current number 係我哋Sacramento 一位大律師嚟嘅。
Why are we standing in the side? Go in the middle. Don't be shy. I have next Mr. Holland Lamb to come on up, please.
掌聲歡迎我哋嘅林生。
Mr. Peter Howe to come on up.
Peter Howe, please. 大家俾認真，請各位在場包隊討論就 Peter Howe, our co-host.
Mr. Elvin Reyes to come on up, please. 有請阿東哥 Mr. Cam Lee to come on up, please.
掌聲歡迎我哋Cam Lee.
Peter Howe 請上嚟呢度啊。Very important here. I'd like to introduce to everyone this lady. I think everyone also in Sacramento, I'm sure everyone knows her. If you don't, please let me know. Suying Plaskett to come on up, please.
請各位在場包隊討論就係 Suying Plaskett.
So Linda Lui, that will be me. And Mr. Sa Wong, that will be me.
I'm Sa Wong. Thank you.
So I have known the future DA, I know the name for a long time now. She's been a prosecutor for 24 years. Am I right? So she started when she was like 14, I think. Exactly. Right? 14? Right. So, but as I get to know her, I really think she is one of, well, I'm not one, she is the best candidate there is to be our future district attorney. So that's the reason we are here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can please put your hands together and help me welcome our future DA to come on up. I think she went around to each table and meet everyone already, but let me go ahead and introduce her up here so we can all get to meet her formally. Let's have you stand over here next to this, right here. Perfect. 各位貴賓，請你帶你嘅有相機嘅話咧，就唔好客氣嚇。呢個時候你可以出嚟影翻幅相㗎。
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce to you my friend Anne-Marie Schubert. She's a candidate for district attorney in Sacramento County, and she is the best qualified candidate. I'm going to tell you why. She's been a career prosecutor for 24 years. 24 years Anne-Marie has spent protecting our streets, protecting our community, putting some of Sacramento's most notorious and dangerous criminals behind bars. In addition to that, it is important that the district attorney not only be tough, not only be tenacious, but to be fair. To make sure that the resources of the district attorney's office are equally presented to the community, that the office serves the community, that the office takes care of the community. Anne-Marie, I want to tell you why we have the Sacramento Indo-Chinese community, the Sacramento Asian community here supporting you, the Vietnamese community supporting you. We are proud to support one of Sacramento's most experienced prosecutors. We are proud to support Sacramento County's Prosecutor of the Year. We are proud to support a prosecutor who started the cold case unit in the district attorney's office. We are proud to support the prosecutor who started an anti-truancy program where the great percentage of crimes in our community start. It starts with community. Anne-Marie started a nationally recognized anti-truancy program, and she will continue that as district attorney. We are proud to support the prosecutor who is endorsed by judges, who is endorsed by every major law enforcement group in Sacramento and the surrounding areas. We're proud to support the prosecutor who is endorsed by judges, who is endorsed by our current district attorney and good friend, Jan Scully, who is endorsed by our sheriff, Scott Jones, who is endorsed by our own Jimmy Yee. There's a reason for all of that. And that's the reason that you see before us, everybody is here tonight to help support you. We are proud to support, as a community, a Sacramento native. somebody who grew up here, somebody who went to school here, somebody who raises their family here. So those are the reasons why you see everybody here tonight, Anne Marie. We're proud to support you. We're proud to support a prosecutor and our future DA that wants to know what's going on in our community. Makes the effort to find out. Takes the time to make sure that our community is represented. So that is why we're going to help you tonight electing our next district attorney.
That's right. When I first met with Kurt and Suyang and Savong and some of the other people standing behind me, I don't think I realized the power of your community. And Kurt had said, well, we're going to put a little fundraiser together for you. Okay, that's cool. And I said, well, how many people do you think might come? Oh, probably well over 200, maybe 300 people. And I think my jaw dropped and I had a bruise on my chin for about 2 weeks because I was, honestly, in all honesty, I am so incredibly humbled by everyone's presence here. And there are many people in this room that do know me on a personal level, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you in this room do not know me. Maybe you know my reputation, which I hope you do. But I also know that you are here on the faith of other individuals in this room, and really the leaders of the community, many that are sitting in this room, many that are standing behind me. And I know that your support comes from your faith in others. But I am very confident that the faith that they have given to me is a true faith, and it's something that you can rely on. And I say that with my heart, because people often ask me, why in the world do you want to do this? And I say this every day because I love my job. I love what I do. I believe in myself. I believe in the system. But what I mostly believe is that everybody here, whether in this room, whether outside, whether living in the north area, the east area, the south area, whatever it is, has exactly the same goal in mind, and that is to live in a safe community. Doesn't matter what your walk of life is. Everybody wants, for those of us that have children, we want the same thing. We want our children to have a better life. And that rests really a lot with public safety. And so I am so honored to have tremendous support from the people that Kurt mentioned. Jimmy Yee, who's here and has been phenomenal to me, Mamie, and everybody else here. But what I've learned in the last year, and Kurt was right, I grew up in Sacramento. My roots are here. I come from a big family. I have 6 siblings. And that matters to me because this community matters. Sacramento County, it is so wonderfully diverse. But with that diversity, everybody has the same interest. And it's what I mentioned, which is really just to be heard. What I've learned in the last year and a half is that much of this has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with the fact that everybody wants to have a voice in the system, and everybody has the same equal right to that voice. And that's what I like the most, is coming out and talking to people, because no matter what your walk of life, it really comes down to the same thing. It's just, please protect us, do the best you can to make sure that we not only, prosecute people that harm other individuals, but that we prevent it as well. And most people that know me and my philosophy about this job, it's not just about prosecuting people and putting bad guys in jail, but it's also, like Kurt mentioned, it's about getting kids back into school. Because 85% of the prison population is represented by people that were chronic truants. And that needs to change. And I believe, and I'm sure everybody else believes, that education is without a doubt the key to success for everybody. If that child's better off, that family's better off, that community's better off, our society's better off. The other part about it that is an equal component is many of you in this room are business owners. Many of you have businesses here right on the Stockton Boulevard corridor. So why should this race matter to you as a business owner, not just as an individual? Because public safety and the economy are linked hand in hand. If we are safer as a community, if we're able to address crime at the ground level, not to the point that people are committing more, but if we can address it, as I say, in the weeds, your business will do better. People want to shop at your stores or come to your business, whatever it is. And that's why you need
not just an experienced prosecutor, but somebody that has leadership skills, and I don't mean this to sound arrogant, but I'm confident that I have that because I've been doing it for 24 years. I've never done anything else. But it's not just about being in a courtroom, it's about partnerships with individuals and businesses and communities and other law enforcement. And that's what I feel good about. So I am very fortunate, I look forward to this, I am humbled by all of this, and I really look forward. I mentioned to Kurt before I came today that one of the things that, he said, well, what would you do, if you become the DA? In terms of developing even a greater bond with the various diverse groups. Well, the first thing I would do is listen. Any good manager knows that you don't just go in and impose change right away. You listen. And so that's what I would reach out and, whether it be, once a year or whatever you feel that the needs are, come out and talk to you and find out what can we do better as an organization? Where can we address the needs of the Indo-Chinese community, the Vietnamese community? And that's what I would love to do, because some of it has little to do with, it has more to do with the information and communication. And we can overcome challenges that maybe are not very difficult to overcome. So that's what I look forward to making our community better. And that's where you start on the ground level. And that means that you have to hear from the community to be able to address those needs. So with that, I thank you very much for coming. I know you're putting faith in me. And I think it's well worth it, because I have no doubt I'm doing this for the right reasons. And that is to make this community safer. So thank you for coming, everybody.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. One of our sponsors is still sitting down. Ken Lee, you gotta come up here.
I didn't see him walk in, so Ken, please come on up.
Come on.
Come on, Ken.
You don't need to, but we need you to. Thank you. He has the best sushi in town. I have to drive quite a way, but I do usually make it there.
Good. Are we ready to eat?
I think we are going to eat after we hear Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna say a few words. If you could put your hands together and help me welcome Jimmy to the stage here. And then after that, anyone here who would like to ask any question to our future DA, you're more than welcome to do so. If you're shy and don't want to come up, write it on a piece of paper and I'll bring it. Make sure you ask all the hard questions. She can handle it. She can handle it.
Well, thank you, Linda, for inviting me to come. I'm very honored, by the way.
Well, honor, that's a big word.
Yeah, listen, it wasn't easy to just say, hey, I support Anne-Marie. But let me just say this much. When Jan Scully brought you into my office one day and said, I want to introduce you to my successor, I said, who's Anne-Marie? Well, it didn't take long for me to find out. And before Jan Scully and Anne-Marie left my office, she had my endorsement. Now, listen, I'm a Democrat.
That's okay.
All right? But I think everybody knows that I don't vote strictly party. I vote for the person. And again, Anne-Marie, that's why I endorsed her. What are the other reasons? Listen, anyone that learned and tutored under Jan Scully for 24 years has got to learn something, because I know the kind of job Jan Scully has done. Anyone who has worked under Cindy Bessemer for all these years, because I've worked with both of them for the last 7 years, I know that they know what's going on. Again, that's why I endorse you. But then I came today and I looked up there and I said, endorsed by DA Jan Scully and Sheriff Scott Jones. I don't think there's enough room there for a supervisor. So Anne-Marie, I'm going to put my name right up there. Endorsed by Supervisor Jimmy Yee, okay? Put it up there. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much.